Hello and welcome to the 2012 East Peoria Festival of Lights Parade. I'm Mark Laswell.
And I'm Jill Peterson from the City of East Peoria.
And we're here tonight to take you through tonight's festive parade. Helping to step off the 28th parade is the East Peoria Police Department's new motorcycle unit. The Harley-Davidson motorcycles are ridden by officers Dale Sprague and Scott Craig.
This is the VFW Post 2078 Color Guard displaying our colors, followed by Felipe, this year played by Ryan Gowitz, a 17-year-old senior at East Peoria Community High School. And there is our beautiful patriotic American flag float.
It's the East Peoria Fire Department's ladder truck. This is made of steel, but not the pencil steel of the Festival Lights floats. The East Peoria Fire Department's ladder truck is here tonight, driven by Lieutenant Al Service, with firefighters and their families waving to the crowd.
This streetcar trolley is nostalgic of public transportation from many years ago, and the Festival of Lights trolley carries members of the East Peoria City Council. We have Mayor Mingus there with his wife. And then we also have Commissioner Tim Jeffers and his wife, Commissioner Chad Jose and his family, and on the opposite side of the trolley is Commissioner Dan Decker and his family.
And here comes the steam train. Watch as steam pours from the smokestacks and around the wheels. The East Peoria Festival of Lights signature float is the tallest and longest in the parade. The steam train measures more than 160 feet long and 15 feet tall, with more than 60,000 lights. This train has 5 sections with a driver for each: the steam engine, coal car, flat car carrying a huge Christmas tree, passenger car, and the caboose. Jill, this has always been a favorite of mine.
I love this float. Riverboats have been traveling on the Illinois River for decades, and we have one traveling down Washington Street in the Festival of Lights Parade. We are pleased to present the EP Noel Riverboat, which has been in the Festival of Lights Parade for many years. This float was completely revamped and upgraded this year with all new LED lights. The Noel is 56 feet long, 14 feet wide, and 14 feet tall.
If I remember correctly, this was the first pencil steel float on the parade.
I believe it was.
And it's the Bear on the Sled. Our bear would have a great fun time sledding down all the hills in East Peoria. He would most likely beat everyone to the bottom, as he's 20 feet long, 13 feet wide, and more than 13 feet tall. He's covered with 17,760 lights.
That is a big bear. Jamming down the street is the electric guitar, ready to play all types of music. Check out those floating musical notes coming from the top of the guitar. It's really rocking, and it's a big one, measuring 15 feet long and 11 feet tall. This jamming guitar is covered with 3,000 LED lights.
And the Space Shuttle Discovery float is a favorite of all the fans in the space program. This float is a spectacular sight, illuminated with 20,500 lights. The Discovery is 38 feet long, 22 feet wide, and almost 14 feet tall.
Here comes the whale, and if you watch, maybe she'll send up a spray out of her blowhole on the top of her head. The whale is covered with 18,500 mostly blue LED lights. It's 25 feet long and almost 14 feet tall. And the whale has been a favorite float in the Festival of Parade for many years. Swimming along the Festival of Lights parade route is Baby Shamu, a playful little baby whale looking for a place to stay this holiday season. This crowd pleaser sparkles with 4,000 blue lights and measures 14 feet long and 6 feet tall. If you look closely, it looks like Baby Shamu is actually smiling.
Puff swings his giant tail and blows billows of smoke from his nose as he makes his way down the parade route. Illuminating Puff are approximately 17,000 lights, mostly green in color. Even though Puff is a very large dragon at 35 feet long, 13 feet tall, and over 12 feet wide, he's a very nice and gentle fellow. And hot on the wings of Puff is the adorable Baby Puff. This little dragon is a crowd favorite, lit with over 8,000 green and pink lights and standing 9 feet tall and 15 feet long, 7 feet wide. Baby Puff's wings are working as hard as they can to keep up with her dad, Puff, in the pace of the parade.
Please welcome the 2012 Festival of Lights Queen and her court as they ride in the festival's replica of a 1957 Chevy convertible. This year's 2012 Festival of Lights queen is Megan Stafford, 18, the daughter of Brian Stafford and Allison Duvall. Her attendants are first runner-up Brooke Skaggs, 18, the daughter of Debbie Corey and Mark Skaggs, and second runner-up Taylor Schofield, 20, the daughter of Todd and Lisa Schofield.
The East Peoria Festival of Lights Duesenberg is making its way down the parade route. Car enthusiasts really enjoy seeing this replica of the luxury automobile made in Auburn, Indiana from 1913 until 1937. Our Duesenberg is 13 feet long, 8 feet 10 inches tall, and is illuminated with over 13,000 lights.
Only in East Peoria can you see a gigantic brontosaurus making its way down the street. At 44 feet long, 12 feet wide, and almost 14 feet tall, it's pretty hard for him to sneak up on anyone. Don't get up too close behind him because his tail sways to and fro. This dinosaur is covered with 35,000 lights.
The monster truck has become a favorite for everyone. Any child, or for that fact, many men, would love to see this truck sitting in the driveway on Christmas morning. An actual toy truck was used to design this float, which measures 18 feet long, 11 feet wide, and 11 feet tall, and it's covered with 10,000 sparkling lights.
Thumpity thump thump, look at Frosty go along the parade route. Frosty is replicated from one of the original parade floats from 28 years ago. He's even waving at the crowd. Frosty the Snowman comes in at 18 feet long, 6 feet wide, and 12 feet tall, and is illuminated with 9,200 LED lights.
Blasting its way into the East Peoria atmosphere by warp drive is our own starship, the USS Enterprise. This starship measures 14 feet tall, 57 feet long, and nearly 22 feet wide, and utilizes more than 48,000 lights. The float is equipped with 2 drivers to help guide it on the parade route. This particular float must be assembled outside in the parking lot due to the width of its wings and must be folded out. It's one of the most complex floats ever constructed from an engineering standpoint.
It's a sign of the holiday season, a toy train circling under the Christmas tree or in the center of a shopping mall. The Festival of Lights has its very own toy train, although it doesn't seem very small at 65 feet long. The train has 4 cars, the locomotive, coal car, freight car, and caboose, all illuminated with a total of 17,000 lights.
One of the festival's most popular floats is inspired by the famous Anheuser-Busch Clydesdales and captures these creatures in great detail. From the height of the horses, the color, and the bridle, this float is designed to be as lifelike as possible. It took almost 1 year to construct. There are 8 horses standing 8 feet tall, 3 feet 5 inches wide, and 11 feet long. Each horse is lit with approximately 400 lights. The horses are pulling a replica of the Studebaker wagon, making this float 70 feet long, 12 feet wide, and 8.5 feet tall. This float has approximately 90,000 lights.
Swimming her way down the parade route is our mama duck and ducklings. She is trying to keep her children close during the parade. Illuminated with 19,000 white, blue, and amber lights, the ducks are 62 feet long. Everyone along the parade route gets a warm, fuzzy feeling when they see the ducks' arrival.
The Rebel Alliance Jedi Warrior X-Wing Starfighter is flying along the parade route. This spectacular float stands 12 feet tall and is 15 feet long and has more than 18,000 lights. Pushing the Starfighter into the galaxy are 4 rocket boosters to help propel it through space.
Weaving back and forth along the parade route is our own Good Luck Dragon. We know this dragon may look somewhat scary with his sharp teeth and fire-snorting breath, but he's just trying to show off. The Chinese dragon is 95 feet long and he's adorned with over 21,000 glistening bulbs.
The TIE Fighter is on holiday patrol tonight, making sure everything goes smoothly with the Festival of Lights parade. This spacecraft has the speed to outrun any enemy warship. Measuring 14 feet long, 12 feet wide, and almost 12.5 feet tall, the TIE Fighter is illuminated with 6,500 bulbs.
Holy strawberries, Batman, we're in a jam! Yes, this was actually said by Robin in the Batman TV series, which aired in the late 1960s. The Parade of Lights Batmobile has a 28-foot long frame and 12-foot wingspan and is lit with 12,000 lights. How about another Robin quote? Holy Kleenex, Batman, it was right under our noses and we blew it.
It's the television. WEEK and WHOI Chief Meteorologist Chuck Collins seems perfectly at home on the television float. Many people would want a TV of this size in the living room on Christmas morning. This float glistens with over 30,000 LED lights.
Our friendly Triceratops is making her annual Parade of Lights appearance. This dinosaur roamed and ruled the earth over 200 million years ago. The Festival of Lights Triceratops has 25,000 dazzling lights, stands 14 feet tall, and is 48 feet long.
This motorcycle has been a favorite of people of all ages for traveling on short and long road trips. This motorcycle is lit with 6,300 lights and is 19 feet long, 6 feet wide, and over 10 feet tall.
Well, you saw a real fire truck earlier, and this is the Festival of Lights hook and ladder fire truck. Every little boy has wanted a fire truck under the Christmas tree, and if you look and listen, you may actually be able to hear the siren on our own truck. Felipe 7 has been scaled to the exact measurements of a real fire truck. This truck stands more than 11 feet tall and is 65 feet long and has 27,500 LED lights. This vehicle also reminds us of all the men and women who serve every day protecting us when answering a call for help.
Another Festival Lights crowd pleaser, the bunny, delights everyone as he keeps going and going and going along the parade route. From the bottom of his toes to the top of his ears, he stands 14 feet tall and is illuminated with 7,000 lights. Hey Jill, I think that's Santa.
Oh, I hear Santa yelling, ho, 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 here he comes. Just what we've been waiting for all evening. Santa comes direct from the North Pole to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. If you look closely, you can see that Santa is beginning to load up his sleigh with all kinds of toys for the good girls and boys. So make sure you are on his good list and not his naughty list. You want to be on the nice list.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the Festival of Lights Parade telecast. Everyone here at the Eastside Community Television is happy to bring it to you. We hope you enjoyed all your favorite floats in the 28th Annual Festival of Lights Parade. On behalf of the Festival of Lights Commission, the City of East Peoria and its citizens, and Eastside Community Television, we'd like to thank you for making this a part of your holiday celebration.